Yes, students. Now we will revise the last chapter, that is returns. Section 37 to 47 of CGST Act talks about returns and 48 talks about GSTP, that is the GST practitioner. Okay, we will learn what is there in this chapter. The term return ordinarily means statement of information, that is the facts furnished by the taxpayer to tax administration at regular intervals. In any tax law, filing of returns constitutes the most important compliance procedure which enables the government, the tax administrator, to estimate the tax collection for a particular period and determine the correctness and completeness of the tax compliance of the taxpayers. There are various types of returns under GST like first return, monthly return, return for composition supplier, that is covered under section 10, TDS returns, return for input service distributor, annual return and final return. Under GST, everything is online and is updated and matched regularly. If a business is done from offices in multiple states, then the number of returns will go up accordingly. Guys, in simple, keep it like this. You already know registration is what? State-wise, PAN-based. State-wise, but PAN-based. Now, if I have operations, assume in 8 states in India, how many registration minimum I have to take? 8. And everything under GST is state registration-wise. That is payment of tax, filing of returns. Sir, for all 8 branches put together, can I do it one? No, no, no. Everything. Sir, payment of tax is state-wise. That means registration-wise. So obviously, output tax you have to calculate state-wise, and input tax also state-wise, and utilization of IGST also state-wise, and filing of returns also state-wise, which means registration-wise. Is that clear? Sir, I have taken 2 separate registration within the same state, sir. Then treat it as 2 different distinct person and file the returns, pay the tax separately for both. Clear? Yes. Even guys, while calculating aggregate turnover and all, we will calculate first normally registration-wise, but it should always be aggregated at the end. Okay, because aggregate turnover as per clause 2(6) is always what? PAN based. PAN based. Now for all branches put together, assume it crosses 20 lakh, 40 lakh and all. Should I get registered? Yes. Where? All the states wherever I am doing taxable outward supply. Okay. Under the GST laws, the correct and timely filing of return is the utmost importance because of 2 reasons. 1. Firstly, under GST laws, a taxpayer is required to estimate his tax liability on self-assessment basis and deposit the tax amount along with or before the filing of such return. Yes. So you already know that, sir, everything under GST also is self-assessment, same like income tax. I have to calculate my own output tax. I have to calculate what is the turnover, everything, and I have to pay the tax and file my returns. What if I don't do? Then they will come. Who is that they? Department, proper officer. Secondly, under the GST regime, filing of returns also has a huge bearing on determination of tax liability of other person. Why? Guys, supplier, whatever details he will give in GSTR 1, it will auto-populate to the recipient in which GSTR 2A or 2B. Agree na? Yes. So, will the return filed by supplier will decide the liability of recipient also? Yes. Correct. Yes. If by chance, if supplier give wrong information, it will have an impact even on the recipients. Okay. List of sections covered in this chapter, guys. All the sections I have given it here in the order. 37, furnishing the details of outward supplies, that is GSTR 1, guys. GSTR 1. Next, furnishing the details of inward supplies, suspended. It has been suspended. Actually, now there was, when the act was initially introduced, there was something called as GSTR 2, which I was supposed to file by giving the details of inward supply. But now it has been removed. It will be auto-populated. GSTR 2A and 2B. 2 is not there. 2A and 2B will be auto-populated based on the details given by the supplier using GSTR 1 or invoice furnishing facility if he is following QRMP. Then furnishing of returns, section 39. It has number of returns, guys, but one major return covered here is GSTR 3B. Whoever will file 1 should also file 3B, monthly or quarterly, depending upon which scheme they are following. Then 40, first return, that is once you come under the GST, first return, whatever you file under GST is called first return. Welcome to GST. And 41, claim of input tax credit and provisions acceptance thereof. Then 42 and 43 has been omitted from the act, guys, so you need not worry. Sir, then why did you give here, sir? Just for order. Because some students have the tendency, if I don't give something in between, they feel, sir, I skipped it. Sir has skipped it. Even section number orders in the first page, whatever I have given, I have put everything in the order. Why? You should not feel something is missing here. No. What is it? You will start searching Google, asking Google. Google, what about this section? Why sir skipped it and done? No, so there only clarity is given. Now, when you study, skip those sections because not covered means, so should I know the section number or should I know the title and all? Not required. But just as an order, I have given it. Okay. And guys, I suggest always to remember the section in the order because you can easily retain it. Clear. Now, if you mix up everything and try to study it, you might be confused, might be confusing. So that is why my material also, whether it is income tax or indirect tax, I have tried to arrange it in the section order itself. Only when it is required, I would have changed the order. That's all. That is again for the benefit of the students to understand it in a better way. Clear. Even returns, we are covering it later at the end. Why? Because you have to understand everything. Return filing is after all calculation, payment, only then returns will come. Okay, but in the act they have given reverse. Why is it, sir? First file returns and then pay tax. Huh? First you pay and file the returns or file returns and pay tax. First pay and then file the returns. Clear. Payment is given in 49, but returns will come before that. Sir, how is it logical? I didn't find it logical. Clear. So that is why I covered first payment. Then we will be going to TDS, TCS also because these guys also are supposed to file returns. Who? TDS, TCS guys also. So we are taking the returns at the end. Even in ICA material also they have given returns at the end only. They also understood. Okay, sir. So try to learn, guys. I know learning sections is like, sir, little difficult. So many numbers, so many rules, so many percentages, amounts. Sir, tax is tough, sir. Actually, you should love it. Okay, if you fall in love with tax paper, you'll enjoy the studies, guys. I tell you. And you know, I have selected taxation as a teacher. As a teacher, I have selected the most complicated subject. It's not simply like that. Clear. So once you start loving the subject, definitely you'll enjoy it. If you have that pressure from day one, thinking, oh, yo, so much is there. Oh, yo, how will I learn? How will I complete? If I just pass, is it enough? No. And please understand the importance. Even at final, you have taxation for 200 marks. Here now, intermediate, you cannot just aim at just passing. 40, enough, sir. No, please don't target like that. And don't skip any topics. And put a proper base now. Section number, rules, everything. Try to remember, guys. Clear? And in the class also, I would have stressed on it. I am not covering only provision. I am covering provision along with sections. It is not just for the sake of doing it. So when I do, I know students also will prioritize it. If not, if I don't put the section here and I'll tell, if I tell you, if you can remember, or else leave it anta. I know you will choose second one only. Leave it. Clear? Because that first one you didn't hear. You will not hear it properly. Only second one. What you want, you will put it to your ears. Not the one which is complicated. Okay. So, yes, guys, see, initially, even guys, in your 10th plus 1 plus 2 and all, when you started the academic year, you would have purchased fat book, accounts, so and all. You would have felt like, oh, yo, will I read so much? And that. But by the end of the year, you would have read it. You know, you don't even would have realized it. Oh, yo, I have covered so much. That is how it will happen. And you will not study everything in one day to get pressurized. You will study it over a period of time, and by the end, you would have covered everything. Without even your notice, you would have finished. Clear? So please make sure you have to do it. Clear? And especially for those who couldn't do it, sir, it happens. Okay. See, unsuccessful results should not stop you. It has to give some message to you. You have to get some message. Maybe the God has given you or ICI has given you, whoever has given the message, get the message. The work what you have done, the efforts what you have put may not be enough for CA course. Maybe it would have been enough for your normal degree. Be calm, calm ಬರಿತೀವಿ, calm pass. Okay, enough. But not for CA. You have to get that message. If you don't realize it, if you think that I did everything, sir, pakka, sir, but still I failed, then with the same knowledge you will go to next exam also. Guys, definitely, guys. See, I'm not telling you didn't put efforts. The thing is, it was not up to ICI standards. Yeah. So now you have to match it, guys. You have to be in that best 10%. Result, let us take it as 10%. So out of 100 people, if 10 people has to pass, you just imagine how best you should be in that. Clear? Sir, 90% majority. No, no, you cannot be on the majority side. You have to be on the minority side here. Sir, majority share, sir, my law teacher showed majority will win always. No, no, in CA, minority. Clear? So, please make sure that if you are only best of best, you can clear these exams. Clear? And you have to learn something from your past lives. Okay? And no fool should repeat their mistakes. If you are repeating your mistakes, what you have done last time, then you are a fool. I will consider you as a fool, guys. I know you guys will not do it, but I'm telling you, don't repeat the same thing again and again. So, answer, any paper should I just study or not? No, you are not yet an auditor. Are you an auditor? No. Now, sir, you have given the material, sir. Answer, sir. What, sir? How you have given, sir? Everything correct, sir? How come, sir? Don't audit my books. Okay, steady practice. Clear, sir. Everything correct, sir. Oh, nice, sir. Everything is good. See, not only my subject, any subject, don't do only audit. You have to work for it. Clear. So if answer is given, you have to present it in the exam. How will you present it? Practice. Take some question paper. Take MTP. Don't see solution. Practice it. Sit under the examination condition. 2 to 5 only. No other time. Sir, I will wake up at morning and I will write. I will write in the night. No. 2 to 5. Sorry, 1:45 to 5. In fact, 1:45 to 5. Sit exam condition. No distraction, no deviation. Amma, Appa is calling. Forget them also for 3 hours. Okay, if at all if you're writing at home, I'm talking about it. Clear. If not, you go and write in the ICA exam centers. They also conduct it. If not, so if you guys can come and write in the college also, you make use of it wherever the empty rooms. Make sure that it is empty till 5 o'clock and accordingly decide. Okay, now you will sit and start writing here. Someone will tell class is there, go anta. Then you will keep on searching the other room. Don't do that. Okay, whichever room would be free till 5 o'clock, choose that room and start taking it. Okay, if not in your home, if not PG hostel, wherever you are studying, or else first priority, what I suggest is go and write it in ICI center. They also conduct it and they charge very minimum amount. Why? Because when you are writing outside your comfort zone, then you will be little serious, guys. You will be little serious. At home means I think somewhere here and there something will come for you. Okay, Amma will tell, come get that. Appa will call. Something will happen. Okay. So if at all, if you're writing at home, please avoid all those things. Okay, maybe you'll switch off that phone also between 1:45 to 5, guys. So you have to have one test at least, guys, before going to the exam. Don't straight away go and hit exam all, which is very, very important. Now, see, especially those who couldn't do it in the last attempt, don't take it for your art, guys. I believe in only one thing. When you are successful, you should never take it to your end. When you are failure, don't take it for your art. Everything has to be accepted and move forward. So in life, actually, to some extent, for my age, I have seen almost everything. Doesn't mean that it is an end. No. Clear. I have just started. Actually, I have just started my new journey now. There are a lot of things to achieve. Now, till now, what I have done is not zero. But I know from now I have to build from scratch. I'm ready for it. And you guys also, sir, I have to start from zero, sir. Last attempt I got 130, 140. It's okay. Guys, the knowledge what you have acquired will never go for waste. Your experience will never go for waste. But in the exam, definitely you should start answering from zero only. But you will do it. Don't worry. I'm telling you, don't take it like emotionally. ICI will not test us only intellectually. Remember that. Our intelligence only is not tested here. How much emotionally strong we have to prove it. Clear. Just imagine, guys. Sir, I have never seen failure in my life, sir. That is what the story of CA students is. I have never seen the failure in my life, sir. CA taught me. Yes, CA will teach you a lot many things. Be prepared for it. This is just a trailer for you. Okay. And once you come out of CA course, you will be such a strong person. You will be like, sir, anything in the life I will face. Anything in the life. That is how I am. Clear. Now that is how every CA will be. Clear. You might be thrown into a worst situation. You will bounce back. You will come out of it and you will find a way for it. Like you don't want anyone's help for it. You will do it independently. But by till then, you should never give up. Till you reach that stage, you should never give up, guys. Because that somewhere that self-doubt will be there. Can I complete or not? In intermediate only this happened. I took attempt. What about final anta? Guys, there are number of people who have taken the attempts and cleared. Okay, so it will happen. Age and all will not matter. See, it is always good to clear as early as possible. Why? Because there are a lot of things to experience after you qualify, and you have to enter that stage or phase of life as early as possible. But never go out of this course as a loser, guys. Clear? Sometimes good things will take time. The good things, you are doing something great in your life, It will take time. That doesn't mean that you are not incapable. You are not capable or not. So never doubt yourself that yes, can I do it or not? Just think that what message did ICA give me, or what message did God give me here? So what I did was not enough? No, not enough. That means you have to identify where you had a loopholes, where your weakness was. Make it your strength. Work it on it and make sure that next time you clear it. I told you, if you're doing the same thing what you did in the last attempt now, then I consider you as a fool. Clear? Because result will not change now, guys. Same result you will get. So if you want to change the result, first change yours. Definitely it will be possible. Sir, can I change? You have to change is the only thing which is constant. Clear? Sir, I cannot study more than 8 hours, 10 hours. Why? Why you can't? Check. Why it is not possible? Question yourself. Sir, I cannot sit so long. I cannot concentrate. All those things are created in our mind. That's all. So if I think I am an average person, I cannot score more than that, then I never go beyond it. Put a try, na? Just give a try. You can do it. And many a times we will keep our potential within us. We never showcase it or we never grab the opportunities. And once you start grabbing the opportunities, then you will start enjoying it, guys. The whatever it gives you to your life, na, you will start enjoying it. So please make sure whenever life gives you an opportunity also, don't ignore it thinking not for me. It's not for me. Anta. If you think that like that, then it is never you. It is never you. And one more important thing, see guys, after your intermediate exam, before you join your articleship, you are mandatorily supposed to do two courses, ITT and orientation from ICI, which is a part of your curriculum. If you are sure of clearing the exam, if you have written both the groups, please register immediately after your exams. Don't wait till result also, because the batch allotment and all will not happen immediately. So as soon as your exams, see, things are like this. Sir, I am writing only one group now. Second group I am planning to write in the next attempt. Don't register now. Don't register. Register after you write your group. You have a time of another one and a half month to get the results. During that time, try to do it. Clear? So, sir, no, sir, I am in this attempt only. I am writing both the groups. Then instead of waiting for the results, immediately register for either of the course or both. If possible, finish both by the time you get results. So that once you get the past results, immediately you can start your articleship. And in that one and a half month, sir, instead of sitting idle, wasting full time, better use it. And whenever you go for orientation or ITT, guys, there will be lot of opportunity for you to do network. Clear? And present it or doing a public speaking. All this, please make use of it. Don't sit in some corner, waste the time and come back. Don't be that same person there also. Sir, communication. I'm not so great in English. I'm not so good in speaking. It's okay. I was also not expert. Even today, I will tell I'm not expert. Clear. I was struggling to talk in English, Butler English. I was clear. But Christ University made me a person. I studied my degree in Christ University there. Every semester, CIA, that this presentation. Usually, my roll number will almost come at the end. Vikas, start with V. So almost at the end. I used to be always wait till the end. By then, teacher also will be tired. Yengo muksu hogappa anta. Okay. But later and all, I took it seriously. So if I don't do it now, then when? Once I come out of the college or once I come out of these scenarios, will I get the opportunity? In the corporate sector, if I'm presenting like this or if I'm talking like this, how will people treat me? All these things I realized and started working on it. So whatever is our minus weakness, we have to work on it, guys. There is nothing fixed. For every problem, there will be a solution. We have to look for it. We have to look for it. So what I'm trying to tell is, even that orientation ITT is not there just for a purpose. Please make use of it effectively. You would have paid for it. You would have made an efforts to go and attend there. Please make use of it. Whatever, especially in orientation, they give you a lot of assignments and all. They will ask you to present it and all. Please make use of it. And don't go with your friend circle, same friend circle, attend there, be in the same circle. Okay, even if you're attending with the friends, please get networking with others. Okay, you will get to learn a lot of things. You talk to people, where did they do their intermediate, how did they study, what are they planning for final. Talk to them now, you will also get to know, because next you have to start planning for final. Clear? So talk to them, what is your plan, where are you taking the classes. So whatever is the things, you just get network and talk to the people, make friends there. One or the other way it will help for sure. Clear? Clear? Where were we? 44 annual return, that is GSTR 9 and all is there. Then final return, that is when my registration is cancelled. One final time I have to bid goodbye to GST by filing final return. Then section 46, notice to return defaulters. That is if you are not filed the returns within the due date. Then levy of late fee. If you are not filed the returns within the due date, then late fee also might be charged. Then section 48, GST, goods and service tax practitioner, guys. Then, sir, whatever provisions you taught here or you will be teaching under all these sections, where is it covered, sir? CGST. Do we have a separate provisions for this under IGST Act? No. Section 20 of IGST Act tells with respect to returns, whatever you are learning, CGST Act, mutatis mutandis is applicable under IGST Act also. So in the returns, I have just given it in one single table, guys. Which return has to be filed by whom? What is the due date? And what information they will give it. In very simple form, I have given it. Okay. GSTR 1. Filed by registered person providing the details of outward supply, including CTP. Even CTP will file this only. So normally who is covered under section 9, guys. If they are filing it monthly, then 11th of next month is the due date. Actually, as per law, it is 10th, but by notification, they have made it as 11th. So what is the effective date, sir? 11th only. Next, if they are following QRMP, sir, that is section 9 person is following QRMP, then what is the due date? 13th of the month succeeding each quarter. That is for April, May, June. 13th of July. 13th of July. July, August, September. It is 13th of October. So 13th of the month succeeding each quarter. So in simple, if I have to put it in another words, 13th of first month of each quarter for last quarter. 13th of first month of that quarter will be the due date for last quarter. Oh, GSTR 3B. Whoever is filing one, they should also file 3B, guys. Including CTP, sir? Yes. Simple written in which summary of outward supplies along with input tax credit is declared and payment of tax is affected registered person including CTP. When, sir? Monthly. So 20th of next month, or if they are following quarterly, guys. Quarterly is missing, yeah. So if they are doing it quarterly, it would be 22nd or 24th of the month succeeding the quarter. Succeeding the quarter. That is for those who are following QRM. Okay. Sir, 22nd, 24, both are as per my choice. No, for few states it is 22nd, for few states it is 24th. Okay, sir. Guys, both the returns including CTP. So in simple, who are covered here, sir? Section 9 people. Section 9 people. So CTP is one of the special person, no, sir? You will also file 1 and 3B only. Yes, but only for his active period. Not for all the months, only for his active period. Assume his registration was active only for 2 months. He will file 1 and 3B only for 2 months. Guys, listen. Whoever will file 1 and 3B will also file 9. Will also file 9. 1 and 3B will be monthly or quarterly, whereas 9 will always be annually. Sir, I am filing QRMP. 9 is annually only. Sir, I am filing monthly GSTR 1 and 3B. GSTR 9 is always annually. What is it, sir? Annual return for normal taxpayer, section 9, filing GSTR 1 and 3B, except CTP. Because for CTP, you have given the registration only for temporary period. Should they file annual return? No. But should they file 1 and 3B? Yes, only for their active period. So this is annually, on or before 31st December of next financial year. Guys, very important because they have given reference to many provisions. Under many provisions, they have given reference to this. But, what is the due date here? 31st December. But under GST, they have given some deadlines to claim credit. 16/4 deadline to claim credit. Then also to give the details of credit note, there is some deadline. Agree. Year and all, they have given what? Actual date of filing annual return, not due date. Actual date might be different, due date is different. Sir, what if I go and file it on 31st December only? Great. Due date as well as actual date would be same one. Only in that case. Okay. If not, sir, I have filed it on 15 December, 15 November. What is the actual date? 15 December or 15 November, guys. Oh, so please be careful. Whoever is filing 1 should file 3B. Whoever is filing 1 and 3B should file what, Sampath? What should they file? GSTR 9, except CTP. Okay. Now coming. GSTR 4, composition supplier. Guys, composition supplier. Where is it covered? Section 10. Both 10(1), 10(2)(a). Guys, they have to pay tax. They have to pay tax quarterly. How many quarters in a year? They have to pay tax quarterly. They have to pay tax quarterly. File payment statement quarterly. CMP 08. File returns annually. In which form, sir? GSTR 4. How many quarters in a year? 4. GSTR 4. Return for composition supplier under section 10(1), 10(2)A, both. They will file annually within 30th June of next financial year. Amendment. Previously it was 30th April. Now it is 30th June. 30th June. Okay, sir. Easy, na? Understood, na? For composition supplier, let me repeat. They will pay tax quarterly. File payment statement in CMP 08 quarterly. Okay. But file return annually in GSTR 4. They will pay tax quarterly. So there are 4 quarters in a year. GSTR 4, guys. Next, coming to GSTR 5, NRTP. Sir, for NRTP, separate return. Yes, for CTP, same 1 and 3B. Only for NRTP, because this guy is coming up from outside India, so they have a separate return for him. Even registration application is separate for him. I have given at the end, when I was covering section 27, I have given it. Yes. GSTR 5, return for non-resident taxable person monthly when 13th of next month or within 7 days after the day, after the last day of the validity period of the registration, whichever is earlier. Guys. Okay, sir. Now listen, guys. Now listen. Shh, silence. Listen. Sir, I took a registration for as an NRTP for April and May, sir. Registration is ending on 20th May, sir. 20th May. For April, when should I file the return? 13th May. For May, when should I file the return? 13th June or 7 days after this. 7 days after it, guys. So it is 27th May. Whichever is earlier. It is 27 May. Only for the last month, you will take this. Sir, for April full month, I was active, sir. That means straight away 13th of next month. If registration is coming to end before the month end, then take 7 days from there or 13th of next month, whichever is earlier. 7 days only will come earlier. 7 days only will come earlier, guys. So, for example, next, sir, my registration is coming to end. I will write you on 10th May, sir. Then 7 days you take 17th May or 13th June, whichever is earlier. 17th. Only for the last month of registration. Okay? Yes. Within 7 days they are told. So on or before that day. Okay, so next GSTR 5. Guys. These people are covered in which section? Hey, they are covered in which section? 27. 27 covers 2 special people, na? Hello. They covered 2 special people. What is it? CTP and NRTP. 7 minus 2. 5. GSTR 5. 7 minus 2. Sir, 7 plus 2 I will do. No. It will be 9. So here make it 7 minus 2. 5. GSTR 5. You can remember like this also. One more thing. Let me give it. 7 plus 2. 9. For them registration maximum granted for 90 days. Plus 90. Correct. Extension maximum 90. Registration is 90. Try to remember like this. 27 covers both CTP and NRTP. For both 90 plus 90 maximum. Clear. But for CTP no separate return no. Even registration application they will make it in REG 1 no. Oh, CTP. Okay. Connections. Next, GSTR 7 and GSTR 8 for TDS and TCS people, guys. Return for authorities deducting tax at source as per section 51 monthly 10th of next month. Then details of supplies affected through e-commerce operator and the amount of tax collected at source. Guys, this we don't call it as return. They are naming it as statement. Okay, that is how they have given in the law. Okay, monthly 10th of next month. Easy to remember, guys. Easy to remember now. Yes, 51, 52. Here 7, 8. 51 no. 5 plus 1 no. 6 so. You take 7 no. Next number. Here 5 plus 2. 7 no. Take next number 8. Sir, any logic? No logic. Take it. Ashte. Clear? So 51. 5 plus 1. 6. Take 7. 52. 5 plus 2. 7. Take next number 8. Because after you pay, file the returns. Na? So it should be next number. Next step. Okay. 9 we already done with. 9A. Composition supplier. You will file 4 also. Papa. 9A also. Both are annual return. For 9A, what is the due date? 31st December. Then 9B, we covered it along with TCS, guys. So TCS guide should file monthly statement also, then annual statement also. Annual statement is in GSTR 9B for e-commerce operator, whoever is collecting the TCS annually on or before 31st December. All this 9 series due date is same only. 9, 9A and 9B. Then final return. Proper officer has cancelled my registration. One last time I will tell Tata bye bye to GST by filing final return. So this is only when section 29 has been done, guys. That is cancellation of registration. Once when GST registration is cancelled or surrendered within 3 months of the date of cancellation or date of cancellation order, whichever is later, right? You do like this. Take date of cancellation or date of cancellation order. Whichever is later you take. Add 3 months for it. That is the due date for you to file final return. Sir, final return means, is there any separate form number? No. Whatever return you are supposed to file till the effective date of cancellation, we discussed about it. Till the effective date of cancellation, should you file all your returns? Yes. That whatever last return you file is called final return. So is there a different number, different things and all for this? No. Okay. Next. Section 45. Section 45 covers final return. 4 plus 5, 9. Next is 10. GSTR 10. 10. GSTR 11. Details of inward supplies to be furnished by person having UIN and claiming a refund. Claiming a refund monthly. Then 28th of the month following the month for which statement is filed. Guys, who will get this? Who will get this UIN and a foreign embassy? Why they will get UIN? Only to claim a refund of tax what they have paid on inward supply. So in order to claim a refund of what tax they have paid on inward supply, should they file any return? Yes, GSTR 11. Just give the details of your inward supply. We will give you a refund. We will give you a refund. Okay, sir. Everything covered. Now, some important points. Notes. Composition supplier paying tax under section 10 of CGST Act shall follow the special procedure for furnishing of return and payment of tax as follows. What are those, sir? They will submit quarterly statement in form GSTR CMP 08 by 18th of the month succeeding such quarter for the payment of self-assessment tax. And annual return GSTR 4 by 30th June amendment, 30th June of next financial year. Next annual return in one more GSTR 9A by 31st December of next financial year. Next, second one. Registered person filing returns in GSTR 1 and 3B are required to file annual return in GSTR 9 also, except the following people. Why except the following people? Because they will file different returns. They will file different returns. What are those, sir? Casual taxable person will file 1 and 3B but not annual because his registration is not long, temporary period. Okay. NRTP, he has 5. Input service distributor, he will file GSTR 6, which is not a part of your syllabus, guys. Next, person authorized to deduct or collect tax at source under section 51 or 52. They also have a separate return. Yes, 7 and 8. Then person supplying online information and database access or retrieval services from a place outside India to a person in India other than the registered person. So this guy also has a separate return, which is not a part of your syllabus. As they will file a separate return, they will not file GSTR 9. And if you guys observe, for all these people, registration is mandatory. Registration is mandatory and they will file a different returns except CTP. CTP will file 1, 3 but not 9. Okay. The details of outward supplies furnished in form GSTR 1 shall include the invoice-wise details of all supplies made to a registered person. So if it is B2B supplies, I have to give invoice-wise details in my GSTR 1. Each and every invoice I have issued to different recipients, I have to give details invoice-wise. Then if it is the interstate supplies of which invoice value is more than 1 lakh, amendment made to a unregistered person, B2C. So if it is a B2C and if the supply is outside the state and if the invoice value is more than 1 lakh, should I give invoice wise details? Yes. In any other cases, I can give consolidated details. Means I can merge all the invoice and give details in my returns, guys. Whereas the first two cases, I have to give invoice wise for each and every invoice. Who is the recipient? What is the value of supply? What is the rate? Everything I have to give it separate. Whereas here, B2C especially, if it is B2C, sir, no invoice wise is required. You can combine and give consolidated details. Okay, sir. So you can see consolidated details of all intrastate supply made to unregistered recipients and state-wise interstate supplies with invoice value up to 1 lakh. You can give state-wise details to a unregistered person. Sir, what if it is more than 1 lakh? We told invoice-wise. Okay. Then debit and credit notes, if any, issued under the month or during the month for the invoices issued previous. So if you have issued invoice or if you have issued a debit note or credit note with respect to this invoices, you have to give details separately. Clear? Even with respect to this invoices, if I have given debit note or credit note, should I give the details of it? Yes. Next, the details of outward supplies furnished by the supplier shall be made available to the concerned registered person being the recipients in form GSTR 2A or 2B. That is in case of section 9%. If he is a composition supplier, GSTR 4A. Now, sir, for composition supplier, on inward supply, whatever tax he has paid, will credit reflect to him? Yes, where? In GSTR 4A. But the only thing is, he has to see, feel happy and leave it there. Just feel happy, feel good, but don't claim it. Don't claim it. Why? Composition supplier cannot claim ITC. Next, under GST guys, sequencing of return is mandatory. That is, if you have not filed the return for last month, you cannot file it in the current. Okay, means you should always file the returns for the prior period first, then for the current period. Next, a taxpayer cannot file GSTR 1 before the end of the period. Sir, before 30th April, can I file the return for April? No. Period has to end. Obviously, the due dates are given when? In the next month. Sir, no, sir, last week I will not do any business. For example, December. Sir, last week of December I will go for every year for a trip, sir. So before going to the trip only, I want to file the returns and go, sir. Because last 1 week I will not have any activities. Can I file it before 31st December? No, you cannot. But you can file only in two scenarios before the month end. When is it, sir? However, the following are the exceptions to the rules. That is, casual taxable person after the closure of business or cancellation of GST IN of a normal taxpayer. In these two cases, can I file my return before the month end? Yes. Assume my registration is cancelled on 15th February. Can I file my February month return 16th, 17th, 20th? That is after 15th February? Yes, I can file. Or else assume my registration, casual taxable person registration is coming to end on 20th January. Can they file the January month return after 20th January? Yes, they can file. Only in these two cases, you can file your return before the period ends. In any other case, even though you may have zero activity in that month or maybe in the last week, still you can file your return only after the month end. Sir, what if I don't have any activity in a month? Please file nil return. At least file nil return. Taxpayers can now file nil return under section 39 in form GSTR 3B or nil details of outward supplies under section 37 in form GSTR 1 or a nil statement in form GST CMP 08 or a nil return in form GSTR 4 for a tax period through a short messaging service, that is SMS, using the registered mobile number. Clear? Yes. So even if I have zero activity, I can file nil return, at least nil return. If not, if it is considered as not filing of return. Guys, to file nil return, your activity should be completely zero. Assume my outward supply is zero. Can I file my GSTR 1 nil return? Yes. Sir, my inward supply, only one purchases I have made in this month. Can I file my GSTR 3B nil? No. Because in 3B, I have to give the details of inward supply also. My 3B cannot be nil. Only one can be nil. Is that clear? Yes. Next, sir, I have committed some mistakes in my returns. Can I rectify it? Yes. Guys, in the GST, there is no concept of revised return, but you can rectify it. How can I rectify it in the coming month GSTR? For example, listen. Sir, for June, for June 24, I have already filed my GSTR 1, sir. When did I file? Assume on 20th July, exactly I have filed. Okay, sir. But there was some mistake, sir. Can I correct it? Yes. In which month, sir? In any upcoming month return. In any upcoming month return. For example, assuming you have not identified the error in the July 1, because there is now something called as amendment and all through 1A. I have not yet tested it. I will do it later. Now assume, guys, I have identified this mistake in September 24. Sir, can I correct it? Yes. So for September 24, you will file GSTR 1, na? You will give the details of all the outward supply made in September. Okay, plus you can also correct the mistakes with respect to this and file it on or before 20th October. 20th October. So this mistake can be corrected anytime, sir. Anytime within certain deadline. What is the deadline, sir? We already see number of time. What is it? Let us see. 30th November of next financial year. Next financial year. The mistake is related to which year? 24-25. So 30th November of next financial year. Or actual date of filing annual return. That is GSTR 9. So assume guys for 24-25 annual return GSTR 9 is filed on 15th December 25. So whichever is earlier, 30th November. So any mistakes which I have done for the returns which I have filed for any month of 24-25, I can correct it latest by what? 30th November. Now I cannot go and correct it on 30th November only. Why? Because 30th November you will not file any return. Any return which you will file before 30th November. So now for actually September, October. So October, November. Okay. For October you will file the return in November. Na? Can I correct it in that? Yes, latest by that. Sir, can I correct it in my November month return? No, not possible. Because November month return you will file it in December. Already time is over. Already time is over. Hope you guys got it. Okay, we already learned this time limit number of times, but scenarios are different. That's all. Same time limit, but scenarios are different. Okay. Rectification of errors, omission, section 39, subsection 9. Omission or incorrect particulars discovered in the return, that is GSTR 1 or GSTR 3B, both. Filed can be rectified in the return to be filed for the tax period during which such omission or incorrect particulars are noticed. Means you can correct it in the month in which you have noticed the error, but latest by within what time? The maximum time limit within which the rectification of errors or omission is permissible is earlier of 30th November of the following financial year or actual date of filing the relevant annual return, whichever is earlier guys. The above time limit is for both rectifying the errors in both GSTR 1 as well as 3B, which is already filed. Guys. So this is the deadline to correct your mistake. Clear? So normally you will identify and rectify it in the month in which you have identified it. But maximum deadline is this one. Sir, what is the due date to pay tax? See, payment we already covered in the previous chapters only. Clear? That is under section 29. But most of the cases, the payment due date is linked to the due date of filing returns. So that is why I am covering it here. Due dates for payment of tax in respect of persons required to file 3B and GSTR 5 are linked to the due dates of filing the returns. So whatever is the due date to file 3B or 5 will be the due date for you to pay the tax. That is the last dates, that is the due dates of filing such returns are also due dates for payment of tax. However, due dates for payment of tax in respect of a person required to file quarterly GSTR 3B. So if you are filing GSTR 3B quarterly, then the due date of paying tax and due date of filing returns is different. Scheme and the person paying tax under composition scheme is de-linked. Even for composition scheme, you will pay tax quarterly, but file returns annually. So it is de-linked. Payment date and return date is de-linked. Even guys who are filing 3B quarterly, for them also it is de-linked because they have to pay tax monthly, but file returns quarterly. But only for the last month of the quarter, the due date is same as the due date of payment is same as the due date of returns. Whereas the first 2 months, the due date is different. It is 25th of the succeeding month. I will cover everything related to QRMP. I will cover now. Guys, QRMP, first of all, is available for whom? Section 10 person now? Section 10 person, huh? Hey, Section 9. Many people mistake like that. Section 10 person is already paying tax quarterly, filing returns annually. Now, guys, if it is a Section 9 person, they have option either monthly returns or quarterly returns. Under both, they will pay tax monthly only. But only for returns, they have reduced the burden. Why, sir? Guys, see, if I am a small supplier, then I have to file 12 GSTR 1, 12 GSTR 3B plus 1 annual return. Totally 25 returns in a month. Sorry, in a year. Correct, na? 12 1 no, 12 3B plus 1 9. Totally 25 returns. Sir, compliance burden is so much, sir. So it is a costly affair for me. So that is why they told, okay, if you are a small supplier or if you are a small supplier whose turnover is within certain limit, you are eligible for QRMP. QRMP is not mandatory. If you want, you can follow it. If not, you can file monthly one. So what is it? We will see, guys. QRMP scheme is an optional return filing scheme introduced for small taxpayers having aggregate turnover PAN based up to 5 crore. Up to 5 crore in the preceding financial year to furnish their form GSTR 1 and Form 3B on a quarterly basis, while paying the tax on monthly basis. So even if they are following QRMP, tax has to be paid monthly. Government cannot wait, but you can file returns quarter. Okay. Opting for QRMP scheme is GSTIN wise. Sir, can I opt for few registration QRMP for few registration monthly returns? Yes. QRMP is registration wise and not PAN based. Distinct person can avail QRMP scheme option for one or more GSTINs. For example, assume guys, I have three registration, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Sir, for only Karnataka, I want to follow QRMP. Is it okay? Yes. Yes, you can. Okay. What are the due dates for registered person opting for QRMP guys? Now listen here. See, whoever is following QRMP means if supplier is following QRMP guys. If supplier is following QRMP, and for B2B supply, where recipient is also registered. Now, recipient might be having urgency to claim credit. Okay, so for the first 2 months of any quarter, if supply is made to registered recipient, he cannot wait till supplier file is GSTR 1. When will he file it? Only after the quarter end. Only after the quarter end. And he has to wait till then. Just assume he has purchased in the first or second month of the quarter. He cannot wait till then. So that is why if the supplier who has opted for QRMP, if he has supplied to a recipient, where recipient is registered in the first 2 months of any quarter, the details of that can be given using invoice furnishing facility. So that is again an option. So supplier will decide which details he has to give through invoice furnishing facility. And whatever details is given in invoice furnishing facility should not again be repeated in GSTR 1. But whatever is not given in invoice furnishing facility should be given in GSTR 1. Okay. So invoice furnishing facility is open for all 3 months or only 2 months? For the first 2 months. Sir, what about third month? The details of it should always be given in GSTR 1 only. The third month supply, any supply, B2B or B2C, any supply will be given the details of which will be given in only GSTR 1 guys. Sir, what are the due dates under QRMP? I have just given it in one single table guys. Invoices are to be furnished in invoice furnishing facility for the first 2 months of the quarter. For the first 2 months of the quarter, between the first day of the succeeding month till the 13th day of the succeeding month. I told you for the first 2 months, we can give the details using invoice furnishing facility. So assume guys it is for April, we have to give it within 13th May. Assume it is for May, we have to give it within 13th June, on or before 13th June, using invoice furnishing facility. Then furnishing the details of outward supplies in Form GSTR 1. What details you will give in GSTR 1? Whatever you have not given in IFF. What is the due date, sir? 13th day of the month succeeding each quarter. So for April, May, June, it is 13th July. 13th July. Then July, August, September, it is 13th October. Sir, for payment of tax, they have to pay the tax monthly. Please be careful. For the first 2 months, it is 25th day of the month succeeding the month. That is for April, 25th of May. For May, 25th of June. Whereas for last month, it is the due date of filing GSTR 3B. Before the due date of furnishing GSTR 3B for the quarter, on or before 22nd or 24th. So for few states it is 22nd and for few states it is 24th guys. Okay. Then furnishing the details in Form GSTR 3B on or before 22nd or 24th of the month succeeding such quarter. So for April, May, June, if I am from Karnataka, the due date is 22nd of July. 22nd of July. Sir, should we know which state, what is the due date? Maybe they will not test, but still, if at all, if they check it, sir, how will I manage? I will just show you. For which states 22nd and for which state it is 24th. You can just have a look into. I have just given the list of states for which 22nd is the due date and which are the states for which 24th. This is only for GSTR 3B guys. GSTR 3B. GSTR 3B. That is for the person who is following QRMP. Most of our south states will come in this 22nd criteria. Yeah, we'll move forward. So QRMP part, anything related to that, I have given it in one place, guys. Yeah. For whom QRMP is available? Section 9 person. Please be careful because, sir, even Section 10 will pay quarterly tax and all now. So for them, no. Section 10 anyway will pay tax quarterly and file the returns annually. Amendment part. Now I am covering something which is amended, which is a new thing. How are the details of outward supply furnished in current period? Amended. Proviso to rule 59 sub rule 1. Guys, easy actually. Listen here. Guys, see, silence. Now assume for June, I had filed June 24. I had filed my GSTR 1 on or before 11 July. On or before 11 July. Now, if there is any mistake I find in it, I can correct only in the upcoming GSTR 1. That is how it was. After 11 July, if I find any mistakes, I can correct it only in my future GSTR 1. I cannot go and file revised GSTR 1 also, or I have to wait till I file my next GSTR 1. Now they are told, because when are you going to file GSTR 3B for the same month? On or before 20th July, na? On or before 20th July. So they told in between these dates, that is after filing 1 but before filing 3B, if you have identified any mistake or error or omission, can I amend them? Yes, you can amend it. Amend the mistake, error or omission which I have made in 1 through what? GSTR 1A. GSTR 1A, guys. So automatically the correction will appear in 1. Will it match with 3B now? Yes. Why they have added this, guys? Very beautifully planned again. Sir, I have committed some mistake in GSTR 1. Maybe I have shown more sales or more tax. But by the time I filed 3B, I realized my mistake. I corrected in 3B. So I have given correct figures in 3B. Yes. But there were a lot of consequences which I used to file. What is it, sir? If there is mismatch between 1 and 3B, there were a lot of consequences I used to face. Correct? When there is a mismatch between 1 and 3B, you would have learned it. Correct? There is a consequences which I will face. One of them is 29.2 also. 29.2. So, proper officers can send a notice to me. Yes, to cancel my registration. So, in order to avoid this, because while filing 1, I would have missed something. By the time I filed 3B, I realized it. How will I correct it? I have to wait till next month. No. Now they told you can correct it through 1 year. So automatically the correct figure will appear in 1, and by the time you file 3B, in 3B also you will give the correct figures. Automatically it will match. Now automatically it will match. Hope you understood. So 1A door is open only after filing 1 and before filing 3B. Only before this. Now assume, sir, I identified the mistake only after filing 3B, sir. You can correct it, not amend it. You can correct it, rectify it through your next GSTR 1. Not through 1 year. Not through 1 year. 1 year is available only before filing 3B. If you are after filing 3B, if you have identified the mistake, correct it through your next GSTR 1, not 1 year. Now for July, you will file GSTR 1 in August, in that you can correct. That is our regular case, which was already there also. Hope you guys got it. So, when the door for 1A will open is once you file 1. When will it close? After you file 3B. After you file 3B. Only in between these dates. Okay, let us see. A registered person may, after furnishing the details of outward supplies of goods or service or both in Form GSTR 1 for a tax period, but before filing of return in Form GSTR 3B for the said tax period at his own option, amend or furnish additional details of outward supplies of goods or services or both in Form GSTR 1A for the said tax period. Guys, now can I go and file 1A in the next month for the current month? No. That you cannot file. Only in the same month. Between what dates? between 1 and 3B. In between this only I have time. Sir, can I go and file 1A for this month in the next month? No. Hope you are understanding. Means, sir, for June, I am filing 1A in July. Okay. In between these dates. But can I go and file it in August, September? No, no. So if I want to correct it in August, September and all, you will correct it through what? 1. You will correct it through 1 and not 1A. So 1A is only between 1 and 3B of the same month. Sir, can I go and correct it in the next month or next year and all? No, no, no. You cannot. In cases where a taxpayer, after having filed GSTR 1, realizes some amendment downward or upward is required to make, it is required to be made in its tax liability in form GSTR 1, an optional form GSTR 1A is provided to him. Sir, is it mandatory or optional? Optional. Sir, can I ignore it and go and rectify it in my next GSTR 1? Okay. When opportunity is given for you, try to correct it as early as possible. No, sir, I will correct it in my next GSTR 1 only. Okay, do it. Who will stop you? Next, this allows him to add any particulars of the current tax period missed out in reporting in form GSTR 1 of current tax period or amend any particulars already declared in GSTR 1 of current tax period. Please be careful. Current, only in the current period you can change it, including those declared in invoice furnishing facility for the first and second months of the quarter, if any, for quarterly taxpayer. Sir, what if I have committed any mistakes in the details given in invoice furnishing facility? Can I correct them also through 1A? Yes. You can correct them also through 1A. Okay, guys. So important because this is an amendment part. Actually, it is means amendment in the sense it is a new provision altogether. 1A. Default or delay in furnishing the return, section 46 and 47. Sir, what if I don't file the returns within that due date? Then they will send you a notice. Notice to return defaulter, section 46. A notice in prescribed form GSTR 3A shall be issued electronically to a registered person who fails to furnish return under section 39, normal return, or section 44, annual return, or section 45, final return, or section 52, TCS statement. The notice would be required to registered person to furnish the return within 15 days. Late fee levied for delay in filing the return, section 47. Delay in filing any of the following returns by their respective due dates attracts late fee. What are those? First, statement of outward supply, section 37, that is GSTR 1. Returns, including returns under QRMP scheme 39, that is GSTR 3B, and many others also, even GSTR 4, 5, everything comes under 39 only. Next, final return, section 45, which is GSTR 10. Then section 52, TCS statement. What is the amount of late fee is actually not a part of your syllabus. It is little bit complicated. They have removed it. Late fee is not a part of your intermediate syllabus, guys. The late fee payable by a registered person for delayed filing of return under section 47 is with reference to only the CGST Act. An equal amount of late fee is payable by such person under the respective SGST UTGST Act as well. The late fee can be waived off partially or fully by the central government, that is through section 128. Means if there is very difficult position for the person to pay tax along with late fee, then the government can give a relief telling pay at least tax and pay along with interest will be there definitely. So late fee they can waive off. In view of this, late fee for delayed filing of return forms GSTR 1, 3B, 4, 7, 9 have been rationalized. Means they have tried to reduce this to some extent. But how much is that and all is not a part of your syllabus. Green signal. Last section under GST, guys. Section 48, GSTP. Guys, GSTP is like a middleman. Now I am registered under GST. What all I have to do under GST? Anything I am supposed to do under GST, I can ask the GSTP to do it. On behalf of me, anything which I am supposed to do under GST, he can do on behalf of me. So I will choose him as an expert. How will I choose him, sir? I have to give all my credentials to him? No. I have to go to my GST profile and choose you as GSTP. Once I give right to you, now using your credentials, you can act on behalf of me. Act on behalf of me, file returns, pay tax, everything on behalf of me. Now, if you commit any mistake, who is held responsible? Me. So you, before doing anything on behalf of me, has to take my authorization. Now, when I have authorized, it means that I would have cross-checked everything. Now, any mistakes you commit, I am responsible. I am held responsible. Simple law. Yes. GSTP is like an expert who know GST, who has complete GST knowledge. Now, I don't know ABCD of GST. So, I can appoint him to do anything what I am supposed to do under GST. Okay. Section 48 provides for the authorization of an eligible person to act as approved GSTP, that is Goods and Service Tax Practitioner. A registered person may authorize an approved GSTP to furnish information on his behalf to the government. The manner of approval of GSTP, their eligibility conditions, duties and obligations, manner of removal and other conditions relevant for their functioning have been prescribed in the rules 83 and 84 of CGST rules. GSTN provides separate user ID and password to GST to enable him to work on behalf of his clients without asking for their user ID and password. Should clients share their user ID and password to the GSTP? No, no, no. They can do all the work on behalf of the taxpayer as allowed under the GST law. A taxpayer may choose a different GSTP by simply unselecting the previous one and then choosing a new GSTP on the GST portal. Activities to be undertaken by GSTP. A GSTP can undertake any or all of the following activities on behalf of a registered person, if so authorized by him. Means all these are the responsibilities under GST. Can all this be done by GSTP on behalf of the registered person? Yes. What are those? Furnish the details of outward supply, furnished monthly or annual or final return, make a deposit for credit into electronic cash ledger, furnish information for generation of e-way bill, furnish details of challan in the prescribed form, file an intimation to pay tax under the composition scheme or withdraw from the said scheme, file a claim for refund, and file an application for amendment or cancellation of registration. Also allowed to appear as authorized representative before any officer of department, appellate authority, appellate tribunal on behalf of such a registered person, provided is enrolled as GSTP under Rule 83. Furnishing returns through GSTP. When a registered person opts to furnish his returns through GSTP, such registered person gives his consent in the prescribed form to any GSTP, prepare and furnish his return. Before confirming the submission of any statement prepared by GSTP, he has to ensure that the facts mentioned in the return are true and correct. Thus, the responsibility for the correctness of any particulars furnished in the return or the other details filed by GSTP continues to rest with whom? Registered person, on behalf of whom GSTP is acting. And also there are some provisions with respect to who can act as GSTP and all, guys, based on their experience or qualification and all. They should also pass an exam conducted by NASI. Those provisions and all, you can just go through it once. Clear? Yes. So we have come to the end of our marathon, both direct as well as indirect. So with whatever limited time was available, guys, I have tried to cover almost everything. I cannot tell definitely 100%, but I have tried to cover the maximum. Clear. So whatever we do in normal class for direct and indirect, it is almost going to 250 hours of sessions. Clear. So we have tried to cover it in limited time by giving priority for all chapters. No chapter I have skipped, no topic here and there, whichever I would have felt little easy, I would have left, including this qualification and all. Okay, only those. But majority 90 to 95% syllabus is done, guys. Clear. But you have to take care from your end, practice more and more. Clear. And guys, see, definitely when you are practicing or when you guys are writing the answer, you will commit mistake. You will commit mistake. It will happen and it's okay. You will correct it in the next time. Clear? Because when you have committed the mistake now, you will be very alert in the exam. And you guys would have observed, even many a times when I am explaining, by slip of tongue, I will also tell something. But I will realize immediately. Correct? Because when we are going in that flow pace, without my knowledge, sometimes slip of tongue, we will tell some wrong words, but we will correct it. That is how it happens to you. Don't be scared. What if I fail? What if I commit mistake? What if I do that? It's okay. What is wrong in that? Okay, but correct from this. That is very, very important. Okay, so that is why I am telling seriously, please take some mock test. I know you will not get very good marks as you expect, but that will make you little perfect, guys. So hope this entire session was useful for you guys, and it will definitely add some value to you and your marks. So the whatever time you have spent, I have feel that I have given some justification for it. That is through some value addition, knowledge addition. And thank you for all of you because it was very long session. Sir, being patient, listening to you. Sir, you are full putting blade for us for so long time. Yes, it is difficult to sit, but we have chosen our life. Okay, this is what is our selection to be a chartered accountant. So we have to grind ourselves, we have to work hard, we have to sit for long hours. Everything is part and parcel of the journey, guys. So please make sure that you guys will continue with the same energy. Try to add more and more time to your preparation and give the best. When you give your best, you have to get the best results, guys. You will get it. I am sure about it. So for your preparation as well as your exams, all the best from my side. And now it is more of you, more of you. Till now it was we. Okay, definitely whenever any help is required, I will be there. But it is more of now you guys. So you have to prepare well, give your best, and make sure that you will write your exams. And remember one thing: until you prepare your last paper, you have to be in the game. After your first or second paper, don't decide anything. Sometimes the toughest paper might be your accounts paper. It's okay. Go and complete the other papers. Clear? So even if you end up getting some minimum marks there, passing marks, it's okay. You can recover it in the next papers. Okay, because I have seen some students after writing one or two paper already decided. Don't decide anything. Let ICI decide it. So you guys just focus whichever groups you're registered for, like one group are, both groups are, please go and finish it. Please go and finish it, guys. For no matter what or for any reasons, don't skip in between. And if you are registered thinking, should I write in May or not? Please go for it. Whether you are 100% prepared or not, doesn't matter. How much ever, in the remaining days, whatever you can give it. Go and write. Maybe, sir, worst situation, I couldn't clear it. It will be experience for you in the next attempt. Clear? So nothing will go for waste, guys. So don't think, for what if I fail and okay, it's okay. What is wrong? Failure is a crime, huh? No. Clear. So take it, it's okay. Because I see some people, sir, I am not prepared well, so I am skipping. No, don't, please don't skip it. In that case, if you skip the attempt, you will just waste that time. Clear. If you are writing at least for writing purpose, oh, I have to get some minimum marks, at least you will take it seriously and write it. Clear. So with all this, guys, I will end this session. So if at all, if it was useful for you, do share it with others and also let me know how was it in the comment section. And all the best from my side, guys. Take care.